Hi, this is Mayor Marty Walsh. I want to share a few important updates with you about our response to the coronavirus. Effective today, we are declaring a public health emergency in the City of Boston. This will strengthen our response to many impacts that are underway, and it gives us greater ability to respond to new developments. Today, we are also rolling out more information about the plan to close the Boston Public Schools to students. Boston Public Schools will be open tomorrow, Monday, March 16th, to allow students and families to pick up belongings, medications, and learning materials. There are two exceptions to tomorrow's openings: the Elliott School campuses in the North End and the McKinley School campuses in the South End. More information on these closures can be found at bostonpublicschools.org. As you've heard, all of our schools will be closed to all students starting Tuesday, March 17th until April 27th. If the situation changes, it's safe to reopen schools before, then we will. The plan to support all of our students during these times has two main focus areas. First is making food available to children who rely on free meals we serve in our schools. Starting Tuesday, families can pick up a variety of packed meal options at dozens of locations across the city, every single weekday. Boston Public Schools will be sharing more about those locations, and more food access will become available through the city's agencies and nonprofit partners. The second focus of this plan is continuing students learning at home. Schools will be sharing printed learning materials tomorrow. Those materials will also be available at the food access sites and on Google Classroom. We'll be working with the internet service providers on free and low-cost service for families who need it. And we're going to provide a Chromebook for every student who needs one. We will share more details about distributing these in the coming days. We know that families of English language learners and students in special ed programs have particular needs. Boston Public School teams will be meeting online when possible with families of students with special needs to ensure continued learning that supports their IEPs. For students nearing graduation, we will work to ensure that they have access to AP and SAT materials, as well as other college and career exams. And for students at risk of dropping out, Boston Public Schools will work with the Re-Engagement Center on measures to ensure students remain engaged during the coming weeks. We are encouraging students and families to use the materials, create daily routines, and do as much as possible to keep our students positively engaged. We're also very aware of childcare needs that these steps present to families and the facts that many childcare providers are closing temporarily. We're in conversations with childcare providers and employers to assess the level of need, and we'll be working together on plans moving forward. Obviously, this remains an evolving situation on many fronts. We are dealing in every issue that confronts our residents. I have a strong message for anyone still planning to go out for St. Patrick's Day. This year, sit it out. This is not just about you, it's about protecting your fellow Bostonians, including those who are elderly or people with serious medical conditions. The bottom line is, social distance works. It is backed by science and data. What we do in our city over the next 2 weeks will have a big impact. It will save lives. This city and the people of this city are rising to meet this challenge. I want to thank everyone who's practicing good hygiene and social distancing. And I urge everyone to keep it up. Keep washing and sanitizing your hands, cleaning surfaces, covering your cough, and avoid crowds and contacts. If you do feel sick, please isolate yourself and call ahead of time before going to the ER healthcare provider. Do not call 911 for testing, it's only for emergencies, but do call 311 to get connected to the Mayor's Health Line. By taking these steps, we will slow the spread of this virus. We will prevent our hospitals from getting overwhelmed, and we will protect the lives of our elderly and medically vulnerable residents. The more seriously we take this situation now, the sooner life in our city can go back to being normal. The vast majority of our city is showing that we care about each other, and I urge everyone to be part of it. Thank you all for supporting our efforts, and thank you for looking out for your fellow Bostonians.